In today's video, we're going to be turning this old Ford pickup into one of the cleanest show masterpieces. So first things first, let's get this thing pulled into the shop. Now, the first thing that we need to do to this old truck is get the newer 2005 and 2007 front end thrown on this thing to make this truck just look way better. So let's go ahead and grab our handy dandy toolbox over here. If you're new to the channel, this is what I use to help all my builds. So we're going to start tearing off the front end and put the new front end on with my handy dandy toolbox here. Well, I'd say she's looking much better, boys, but that's not it. This looks like a base model still, even though it's technically a base model. We got to get the base model front end off, and we're going to do some paint matching. Now this is looking much better, but we're going to go ahead and do our usual routine. We're going to go ahead, take our steps off, and I know usually tinting is one of the last things that I do, but this thing's just an absolute fishbowl, and I'm tired of looking at it. So we're going to get tint, first things first. Besides the running boards, we're going to take those off. And then we're going to take these base model mirrors off because nobody likes the base model mirrors. We're going to get some nice Boost Auto mirrors or maybe some '05 ones with the light in it. But after that, we're going to go ahead and swap the badges and get the newer badges on. And then we can go ahead and do whatever we want to do after that. Oh, yeah. Much better. These newer updated mirrors just completely changed the whole truck. So we got the new badges, we got the running boards and all that off. Next up, I'm thinking we're looking a little bit bare down here. I think I'm going to go ahead and do something I don't usually do, which is an 11 through 16 valance. And of course, cab lights, that's a usual thing though. And then we're going to go ahead and throw a bullet antenna on this thing because I hate seeing this big old pole sticking up out of the side of the truck. So, I think that's what we're going to do for now, and then eventually we're going to slap on some custom taillights here, even though this booty already looks so good. But we're going to go ahead and also third brake light as well. I forgot I ordered one of those, so we're going to do that. And then we're going to do valance, and then cab lights, and then bullet antenna, and blah. Now, I would really like to take the time to kind of advertise myself here. If you guys are interested, this is my 2003 Ford F350 that you can get on my Patreon as an early access as of now. I'm hoping about the end of the month. I'm recording this the 10th of October, so hopefully it'll be out by the end of the month. It should be in the next couple of weeks. But I would like to introduce you guys to dynamic suspension. So I don't know if my super strength is on or not. It is, so I'm going to shut that off real quick. I do finally have dynamic suspension. So basically the suspension flexes, it moves, it does all this kinds of stuff. The leaf springs back here work and are fully functional and all that kind of stuff. And also I'm introducing a lot of new paint coloring. So you can get different paint for the bumper, the grille, the headlights, the bumper cover, the mirrors. Everything is completely separate. I've put so much work into this mod. So go check it out. At least become a free member on my Patreon, link in the description. You can get this truck. You can get this truck out here. And many more. I think it's like 13 other trucks on my Patreon. Link in description. Go check it out. Alright, she's looking way better with this newer valance on. I think I'm really not a big valance guy, but there was just something missing and you could tell. But we did that. We went ahead and threw on some custom taillights here. We got a custom third brake light on as well. And then we got a... I've been eating a lot of McDonald's lately. We got a new bullet antenna on that matches the truck in paint. Unfortunately, we're going to be, well, fortunately, but unfortunately, we are going to be repainting the truck to a pretty cool color that I don't see very often, but I think you guys are going to like it. So, unfortunately, that paint will be coming off, but I think it'll look real good in the end. But I want to check out the interior real quick, because look at this, you guys. Again, this is my truck. It is the early access version, so there shouldn't be a whole lot of issues, but there's some issues, like the frame going through the floor. That will be fixed. But let's start on up. These are not the sounds that it will come with, but as you guys can see, all my RPMs, my fuel gauge, my temperature, all that work. And let's go ahead and throw her in reverse. So all of my gear selectors and all that work. This is a super detailed truck. Shout out to Gear Edge Modding for letting me use that interior. And shout out to my amazing modders like CD Fab, Forge Fab, Wheelman, and everybody along on this build to help me build this truck, all the parts that were contributed. I'd like to thank you guys for helping me out, supporting me. Now let's get back to the video. But once again, now, I'm not going to lie, the one thing that's really getting to me right now is these wheels. These wheels just make this truck look old, and they just make it look like a 2003, because these are 2003 Lariat stocks. So we're going to temporarily get rid of those, and we're going to throw on some '05 Lariat wheels that actually match this truck, because as much as I love these wheels, they do not fit this truck at all whatsoever. Now this is much better. These are '05 Lariat stocks with graps. These look so much better than those old 2003 stocks. I am sorry, but they looked way better. Even though I'm a big 2003 front end guy, these look way better. But it is now coming to the time where we finish up our cosmetic mods and we move on to our painting stage, and then suspension and blah. So we're going to start off by cutting holes in the cab and throwing some cab lights on so that way they can paint over them. And then we're going to go ahead, get a new exhaust on. I'm probably just going to throw a tip on because I think that looks pretty clean. But let's go ahead, get our cab lights on because that is the most important thing that we need right now. Now that we finished up our cosmetic mods, let's go over what I did. So we got the new tucked exhaust tip. I think the smaller tucked tip looks way better in my opinion than a bigger tip or that elbow. But up here, we threw on a cowl hood here. The valance and the cowl hood just go so well together. And then we got our white cab lights up there. Let's go ahead and cycle our lights here. So there's our running. There's that. And then we're going to go ahead and throw rock lights on later, but that's technically suspension. Back here, they're not on. I haven't coded those yet. I know. But they do work for reverse brake, blah, 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 blah. But yeah, here's what our lights look like. They're looking good. But let's go ahead and get this thing painted. We're going to start painting this thing. So we're going to go ahead and tear everything back off, get it painted, throw it back on, and then start painting the body. So everything mostly will be paint matched. I might change these mirrors to the 2016 or 2008 through 2016 mirrors, but I haven't decided yet. Y'all have to stay tuned to see what I do to this truck. Watch to the end too, because it helps YouTube push out my videos more. Well, we just got our truck back from paint. We're going to chuck that on over there. So, we did end up going with the 2016 mirrors here. I think they look a little bit better than the egg-shaped mirrors, honestly. But, what do you guys think of the color? Comment down below. So, we got a tan two-tone King Ranch on this gunmetal or charcoal body color here, and I think it looks amazing. We got full paint matched boost auto mirrors. Come back here, we just got the paint match rear bumper. The custom tails and the black just go so well together. We still have our FX4 badges. I think the FX4 badges, they just pop a little bit more, make the truck stand out a little bit more, but we still got our old or new badges. We got all that. Everything is looking really good. I honestly really like the Bubba setup now, but of course that's going to be changing. But we are going to keep going with our engine mods, and then we're going to go ahead and install some really bright rock lights. I've used these lights before, and they're stupid bright. So I can't wait to see how they look on this truck. Now, if I'm right, we ordered the same exact rock lights that are on this truck, and this truck that's in the air is already stupid bright, and this is in the daylight as well. So it's going to be a bright rig, I'll tell you that right now. But let's go ahead and get some rock lights in. I got to find my package. Didn't I? Could have sworn I just put it over here. I guess maybe it's up there in my package pile. I'll go find them. I'll be right back. Oh boy. I was right. This thing is an absolute spaceship. Obviously, my headlights are not on, and it looks like they're on. Who needs headlights when you got rock lights? These things are stupid bright. Anyways, big ol' shout out to Wheelman Fab. He let me use these lights, and they're extremely bright. So, again, big thank you to him for that. But we are going to keep going. There's a couple more things that we got to do. I also, maybe I didn't throw a Starlight headliner in yet, but I do have one of those on the way. So we got a Starlight headliner, and then we got a couple other things. We got some engine stuff that we got to do. Of course, we got to throw a fast fuel pump on here. What's one of Maplewood Modding's builds without a fast fuel pump or air dog pump on it? It's not. So we got our air dog on here, but yeah, we're still not done. We aren't done with lighting. You think we would be, but we're not done with lighting. We got some Ford badges that are light up that we're going to be installing on the truck to make it even more brighter, even though it doesn't need to be bright. Alright, I think we are officially done with lighting. Let me pull my flashlight out of my pocket here, and there we go. These are paint matched to the truck, as you guys can see. Paint matched to the grill, paint match, yeah. So they are paint matched to the truck, and I think it looks way better, but let's go ahead and turn them on, make sure that they work, because what would be the point of that if they didn't work? They look great. Oh my goodness, they're a lot brighter than I expected them to be. So we didn't get one for the back just because that badge is small, but the one out in front, that thing really stands out, I'm not going to lie. Let's go ahead and shut those back off before we drain out our battery. But I will say, this truck, the 2016 mirrors and everything, goes really good with the cowl hood, I'm not going to lie. But I think it's about time for changing wheel setups, even though we already changed it once. We're going to change it twice. So, it's already getting kind of dark out, so I'm going to go inside and go to bed. And then tomorrow morning, we're going to go pick up some new wheels. We're going with a setup I don't usually go with, but it's going to be a setup that I really like. Ugh, morning, you guys. Well, it's a big day. We're going to pick up some new wheels for the truck. Let's go get dressed, brush my teeth, and let's go ahead get on our way to pick up some new wheels for our 60. Alright, we're taking the daily rig today. This is my 2007 F350 on Archon Caesar with a 9-inch BDS lift. Once again, shout out to Wheelman. But I'm tired. Let's go ahead and hop in the truck. Holy crap, I forgot how dark this tent was. That's a little bit better. I forgot how dark this tent was. But let's go ahead, back this truck on out, go pick up some new wheels. Alright, well I just got back in the truck, we got some new wheels for this new rig. I'm not gonna lie, I'm gonna miss these stocks and graps. The stocks and graps just fits this truck so well, but I think this new setup's gonna fit it even more. So let's go ahead, get them out of the back of the truck and bolt it on the truck and see how she looks. Alright, well, we got the new setup on the truck. These are 24 by 14 Liberties on some 35-inch Fury tires. Looks really good. I'm not gonna lie, I almost think the stocks and the graps look better until you look at it from this angle. This truck looks so nasty. But let's go ahead and move our handy dandy toolbox out of the way, because our build is done. But we're not going to just take pictures of Instagram or... What? Pictures for Instagram? Oh, Maple, he needs to get back on his game. I'm tired. But let's go ahead and pull her on out, start her up. Anyways, what I was trying to say was we're not just going to take pictures for Instagram. We're going to go ahead and we are going to do a couple of suspension tests and stuff like that. Also, I'm aware that my mirrors over here are messed up. Those are going to be fixed as well. I'm going to get some new, more realistic mirrors for this truck. But, yeah, so everything you see in this video, it's more than likely it's not final. But one thing over here I'd like to show you guys, kind of our leaf spring suspension working. As you can see, my leaf springs work. Look how cool that is. You see there, my leaf springs actually work. That's pretty cool in my opinion. But the other thing about this truck is it's two-wheel drive. And what's so special about that is that all trucks come standard four-wheel drive in Farming Simulator, so it makes it way more realistic getting stuck. So that's why I code all my trucks to be two-wheel drive, because it's way more realistic. But let's go ahead and get this thing a little bit filthy. See if we can spin our tires here in this mud. This mud is thick today, I'm not going to lie. See if we can spin them a little bit. I don't know. But as you can see, our suspension is working like crazy. And our leaf springs are really going crazy back here. Look at those leaf springs working. And I'm just so proud of this because this is my first time I've ever done dynamic suspension and actually had it work. So that's why I'm just so happy and so happy to show it off. But you guys can see that leaf spring back there doing its job. So yeah. We also got our coils in the front here doing its job as well. You can see our coils moving in the front. Look how good that looks. There's our coils moving in the front. But aside from that, let's go ahead and do a couple of other kind of tests here with the truck, if I can find some more tests to do. This truck also does do really good in snow, like drifting wise. It likes to do donuts, just like we're doing right now. I think we're spinning a little bit. But just wait, there's one thing I want to show you. When I get up to speed, the truck tips over. But not the whole body, just the suspension. Maybe it'll do it, maybe it won't. Let's try another different way. And then we pull hard to the right. There we go. She's leaning. This thing looks like it's on bags. There's our leaf springs in the back doing their job, and our coil springs also doing their job. But she's still leaning a little bit too, even though we're not on a curve anymore. But let's go ahead and get this thing washed off, because we shouldn't really have this new paint coated in mud. Alright, now that she's done, I will say as well that eventually, you can't see with the valance now, but everything down here will have the options for paint. So that's going to be your leaf springs in the rear, your rear differential cover, your control arms for the front, which also I'll show you guys real quick too. I'm going to have to start the truck back up. But you guys also see that my control arms for their steering work as well. So everything on this truck is pretty much meant to be fully functional. So literally everything. So our gear selector, our speed, our RPMs, all that, fuel gauge, blah, blah, blah. All that works. Our suspension works. Our exhausts, everything works. Our lights work. Like, everything is meant to work on this truck. This is supposed to be one of my most detailed trucks in Farming Simulator. Probably, well, depends. Could possibly be the last truck for Farming Simulator 22, considering that Farm Sim 25 is coming up. But, yeah. Link in description was what I was meaning to say. Link in description. You can use code MAPLEWOOD in all capitals to get a little, maybe a little discount. I don't know how they have it set up, but use code MAPLEWOOD when purchasing any kind of Farming Simulator products. So if you pre-order FS25, use my code. It helps me out. I might help you out. I'm not sure yet, but we're going to go ahead and get some pictures of this thing. I'm going to go grab my professional camera. We're going to take some pictures for Instagram. Pull this thing back in the shop and wait for this thing to be sold. It's a little foggy today, but she's still sitting pretty over there. But, yeah. She's still sitting pretty. Yeah. Yeah. What else do I say? I don't think I really have much more for you guys today in this video. I hope you guys enjoyed. If you did, make sure to smash the like button, hit the subscribe button. Me and It's Optic are racing to 10K subscribers, so subscribe. We just hit 3,000 subscribers. I thank you guys so much. I literally would never believe that, little me would never believe that we hit 3,000 subscribers on YouTube. I've always wanted to be a YouTuber, and to hit 3,000, even if it's not much to some people, I know other people have millions of subscribers, 3,000, that's a lot to me. I'm not trying to go on a whole yap session here, but just, I hope you guys know that you guys mean so much to me, every single one of you, even if you're not subscribed and you viewed this video and watched it till the end, you really helped me out. Now, it helped me out more if you subscribed, but I still thank you for watching till the end of the video, and blah, blah, blah. So, I thank you guys so much, but end of the video. I hope you guys enjoyed. Subscribe, like, and the whole 9 yards. Get this track link in the description on my Patreon, and I'll see you guys in the next video. Peace out. Love you. Bye.